Hello everybody, Damascus Fox here, and today I will be reviewing this guy right here, the Cold Steel Holdout. This is the 6-inch version. This is a big boy. Look at that. That is a big, beefy knife. Yeah, nice. But before I get into my ramble, let's do some specs. First of all, I always like to start off with the length. Now, this light over here is a little bright. I'm going to turn it down. Just dead. There we go. I think that looks a little bit better. Yeah. Alright. Length. Overall length coming in about 1.5 feet. Yep. It's pretty long. Alright, and overall length, yep, 6 inches. And cutting edge, you get about, I'll give it 5 1/4. 5 1/4. 5.5 right there. Sorry. Cutting edge. Just a little bit above 5.5 cutting edge. Never been good at measuring, so I apologize. Weight on this guy, I'll close it up just to be a little bit safer. Got to take my cover off. Take this. I need to clean this thing. I think I say something like that every video, don't I? Oh, I need to clean this, and I never get around to cleaning it because I procrastinate on everything. Yeah, I definitely need to clean this. I'm gonna do a quick whoop. There we go. Hello to you too, scale. Okay, and we're on ounces. 7.49 ounces. So it's a little weighty, but it's actually not that heavy. So that's actually pretty cool. I mean, I'll give you a little bit of a comparison on this guy. Yeah, so 3, something a little bit, jeez, heavier. 5, so 5 on that guy, and this guy 7. So, and then something really light, give you just a little idea. Yeah, so, but still, not too heavy. Off. There we go. Height, no, sorry, size comparison comes up next. Starting off with the Spyderco brothers. Spyderco. Pair of 3. Now there's probably somebody's going to comment, clean your Spyderco. I will eventually, okay? I will do it. This guy goes here. And the Tenacious. Look at what was ailing me, my little cold, finally went away. Feeling much better. Just got that little remnants of a cough that comes back. It leaves in, and it comes back every once in a while. So just need to clear up my throat every once in a while. But otherwise, I'm actually all good now. So I thank you for everybody who commented to let me know to get better soon. Appreciate your comments. All right, so yeah, obviously this guy is much larger. The blade length is pretty much the entire pair of 3, just a little bit less than it, about 1/4 is hanging off. So yeah, but the entire handle is about almost the same size. Yeah, it's pretty much the size of a entire pair of 3. So just imagine that you got your pair of 3 and you can grip everywhere. That's the handle of this guy. And then same thing for the Tenacious is pretty much, yeah. And I'll just do the other comparisons, even though it's kind of silly because we all know that this is a big knife, but I'm just going to compare just so that everybody who uses whatever knife has an idea. CJRB Feldspar, one of my favorites of general EDC knife. Dream to carry and dream to hold. Yep, so obviously, much smaller. Basically, the entire length of this guy is just the handle on the holdout. So that's pretty cool. Yep. So just run right through the rest of these size comparisons real quick. Benchmade Freak. Wee Banter. Wee Banter is coming in very small in comparison. Basically the blade length. And yeah, the Freak is a larger knife, but still, this guy dwarfs the Freak. And last but not least, the Cold Steel Espadas, just because I have to do this comparison. And Cold Steel is the only real company that can, well, one of the only companies. There's multiple, but Cold Steel is really one of the ones that can actually size up to the Espada. So it's definitely not as large as the Espada, because the Espada is the king of the folding swords. If you know one that can actually rival the Espada, let me know. I would love to check that out someday. And it has to be a folding knife, not a fixed blade. And yeah, so there you go. It's actually, this guy's actually quite smaller compared to, well, I wouldn't say quite, but it's basically like right there, like half an inch smaller than this guy, but by blade to handle ratio, this guy's got like half an inch on this guy, so it makes even the handle much larger. So it's just kind of cool to look at. And let me put this away. And this guy, rude boy. And now let's go with the height on this guy. Height comparison with Tenacious per 3. So as you can see, this guy is going to ride really high in your pocket. Pretty much the same as the Para 3. So if you're used to carrying the Para 3, it's not going to be too bad on height, except for that the height does span most of the knife, unlike the Para 3, which only spans most of the top. So yeah, you will be carrying quite a higher knife in your pocket. Comparison up against this guy that runs quite slim or short. Yeah, so quite a bit more going to be taking up pocket real estate, just for comparison. Almost forgot. Show you this thickness, the width right there, and look at that stock. And not too much. I mean, it's pretty thick, but it's kind of the same as just the top part of the Para 3. So yeah, gives you a lot of strength on this blade, though. Nice thick blade. And sorry, I got it mixed up. That was the blade thickness. This is the width. Here you go. Sorry about that. Yeah, so this guy is thicker. Pocket clip thickness. Pretty much the same. Actually, they look kind of the same from this angle. But yeah, this guy is just a bit thicker on its width, so you will have a little bit even more pocket space taken up. Now, price on this guy. Not a bad price for what you get, in my opinion. I'm no professional, but in my opinion, on the Cold Steel website, you could get it for $254.99, or at Blade HQ, you could get it for $216.74. depending on where you buy it. There's also other retailers that if you know a reputable one, you can also price check those retailers. I got this one off of Knife Center for pretty much the same price as on Blade HQ, but Knife Center also has a good price as well. So yeah, you got plenty of areas to buy this, so that's pretty good. That's pretty good. And sorry about that. Oh, almost forgot to do the cut test. I always forget that. Do I have a good piece of paper around here? I think this one will be fine. I'll just scribble this stuff out. I wonder if that sounded funny on camera, or sounded horrible and made you leave. But whatever. Alright, let's cut. Now, the last time I did a quick look at this knife, it wasn't the sharpest out of the box compared to other cold steels in my experience. So it probably just needs a little bit of a honing or strop. Even when my commenters said it probably needs a strop. Otherwise, it's still really good. And I've never sharpened it, so this is still the factory edge from my previous video. So let's just give it another comparison, just another. Yeah, so that is still very sharp, as you see. I have used knives that did feel a little bit smoother going through the paper. Well, that's a thing. Cold steel usually, for the most part, in my experience, cold steel knives are usually fantastically sharp out of the box. This one is still very sharp. I would not want to cut myself with it. But in comparison to their other knives, it feels like there's a little bit of drag. But still, very sharp. Definitely good. Nice and slicey. Alright. Now, since we got that out of the way, time to give you my personal opinions on this knife and what I think about it. And also some other specs. It does not have... Oh, dang it, I forgot my flashlight again. Well, let's see if I can bring one of my lights over and show you. It does not have steel liners in there. That's what keeps the weight down. Otherwise, it probably would be much heavier. So it's actually pretty light for the size of this knife, in my opinion. You can actually do a lot with this. You can move very fast, and it feels really good, and it does not... I mean, it still has some weight to it. I'm not going to say it's the lightest thing in the world, but it's not cumbersome, in my opinion. It does feel very maneuverable. And it uses... Let's see if I can show you. Where is it? Right there. The steel is S35VN, CPM S35VN, which is an awesome steel, one of my favorites, just because of its well-rounded properties. And this knife is also made in Taiwan. There are multiple versions of this knife. There's two different sizes, so you can get the 6-inch or the 3-inch. And then there's a 6-inch serrated and 6-inch, 3-inch serrated, and then the plain edge, which I prefer a plain edge in my opinion. Never been one for serrations, just personal preference. I don't know. I like the look of a blade like this. Not really big on serrations. If I really like the knife, I still will get it even if it has serrations. But if I have the option, I usually go for non-serrated. That's just me. And this is a satin finish, as you can see, belt satin, with a flat grind and a spare point. So, yeah, spare point knife, which is pretty cool, pretty cool. Now, one of the other things that I really like about this knife is the fact that there's no real... What's the word? There's nowhere telling you where to put your hand. There's a little tiny choil right here, so you can put your hand right here. A little bit of jimping right there, so you can, it kind of tailors like grip it right here, but you don't really actually have to. You can go here. There's no real like forward choil, so you can't choke up, but you can go here. You can go back here. These holes allow you to hold it like this very easily. You can put your thumb in each one of these holes, give yourself some reach right there. You can go all the way back. You can go in the middle. So that's one of the things that's really like. It is actually very ergonomically comfortable. It's a little bit kind of like box like, but it is chamfered on the sides here. They knock down all these corners, so it doesn't create really hot spots, but it does feel a little bit square in the hand. So maybe prolonged use, you will probably feel it a little bit more, but otherwise, still very comfortable in the hand wherever you carry it, especially with that tiny choil like this. Definitely comfortable. Or holding it like this, that's comfortable as well with that little hole where you can put your thumb. That's also very comfortable. Now, the action on this guy is actually really good. You can deploy that, do a control deploy very easily. I believe you can flick it. I'm afraid of hitting stuff. Let's see. It requires a little bit of risk because of that, triad lock. It's very tight. So, yeah, requires a little bit. You can do it. I'm just kind of afraid of hitting my table. There you go. Got it. I didn't really get that on camera, but you can do it. You can whip it out. Like that. Boom. Afraid of hitting my table and damaging my knife. So that, but I'm usually pretty good at that. It does have a reversible pocket clip, so you can put it there, and you can put it right there. And it does not come with the 2 pocket clips because it does not curve like the Spada or some of their other knives like the Voyager. This one just goes straight down like the Frenzy, so you can just use the same clip instead of having 2 clips, which is no problem. Either way, I don't really care either way, because I keep it like that. It does have the trad lock, which is awesome. Super strong, super cool lock. And just got a message on my phone. Just move that out of the way. Get out of here, message. Okay. Now, where was I? I lost my train of thought. I think I already mentioned that it was made in Taiwan. Yeah. And the thumb studs are easy to manipulate. Like that. So that's pretty cool. And let's see. I forgot my stinking flashlight, so I can't really show you what it's running on. Kind of hard to see, too. I believe it's running on phosphor bronze. Can't see in there. So, my apologies. Not the best review, but a review nonetheless. So I think that's pretty much it on my thoughts on this. I really like it. It doesn't feel too cumbersome in my pocket. I mean, it will take up a lot of space depending on what your pants pocket is. Right now, I won't be able to carry it because the pants I'm wearing has very shallow pockets. But if I'm wearing my cargo pants or whatever, this would fit in there. And you can still carry a phone with this guy. You just put it right there, but it will cause some issues if you do carry a phone because they would be writing up against each other. So one of them is going to come out kind of scathed, but if that doesn't matter to you, then you can. But this guy will demand quite a bit of your pocket. Not as much as the Spada, but he will want quite a bit of room in your pocket. And then these holes do tend to collect dust, so you would have to clean these out, whenever you can. And they put funny dust marks on the blade, so you will get dust dots all across your blade, so you will have to wipe that off occasionally. Otherwise, not really that big of a deal, just clean your knives. Yeah, so I like this guy. I love Cold Steel. Cold Steel is awesome. And I'm so glad they brought this one back because I really wanted this knife, but they discontinued it. But then after, when Cold Steel sold out, they put a poll out on vote what knife you want them, a discontinued knife that you want them to bring back. I voted for this guy, and this is one of the ones that won, and I was so happy to get it because this one's so cool. I saw it on Lugamonger's channel years ago, and I was like, I want that knife. I looked it up, discontinued, and then I got a sad face. So I'm really glad that it's back, and I'm really glad I have it. So, yeah. Well, I think that's it for this video. I rambled on long enough. Thank you so much for watching my ramble. I really do appreciate it. Well, I hope you like this video, and if you like more knife and EC related content, check out my other videos, and remember to subscribe, because I post every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and there'll be more knives and more videos in the future. Thank you so much for watching, and have a fantastic day. Bye.